Hi, good evening, all of you. Welcome you all to today's session in the series of Thursday for Technology. In today's session, I'm going to cover about 10 essential productivity features or the functionalities of PDF. I'm sure in the last 10 sessions, we discussed very elaborate about Microsoft Excel, Word document, ChatGPT. In today's session, though we are going to talk about Word, Google Drive, Excel, but we'll talk everything around PDF. Without taking much of the time, let me go into the today's session. First is first, I request all of you please subscribe this channel if you already not subscribed. In the meanwhile, you can share this live link to your friends, whoever would like to join into this session, to whom you feel this session is more important. The title for today's session is Unlocking the PDF Toolbox, 10 Office Essential for Boosting Productivity. Let's look into the topics which I thought I should cover in today's Thursday for Technology series. 10 Office Essentials for Boosting Productivity. Number one, how we can convert PDF into the Word. In Microsoft Excel, as you all know, recently in the sense 1.5 years, 2 years back, they introduced a functionality to import the PDF data. Normally, if we want to get the PDF data into the Word document, we will simply do Ctrl+A, copy, then we will go to the Word document, we will paste it. First is first, let us look into the first topic for today's session, convert PDF into Word document. I already kept the Dropbox link in the description of this video. I request all of you, please click that cloud link. You will be finding all the working files, which I am working now in the session and which I am going to create in today's session. Let me go into PDF. Let me open a file. Attention is all you need. I don't know how many of you really know about this, one of the very important document. In fact, this document changed the way how AI works. This document changed the way how natural language process work. I'm sure you all heard about ChatGPT. For the ChatGPT, the architecture concept they have taken from this research paper called Attention is All You Need. Look into the irony of entire situation. Actually, this document, this research paper, they released on 6th December 2017. In this document, they explained about the architecture in the natural language process, the architecture called transformers. Who released this document? Google. Google Research is the Google Brain is the maybe subsidiary of Google company, where 8 of the research team given a concept to the world called transformer in natural language process and release it to the public. This concept taken by OpenAI and built the GPT-3 chat GPT. See, Google introduced this concept to the world where OpenAI has taken this concept and built the application now that is threatening the Google back. So very peculiar situation. So we can understand, I think this is one of the life lessons for everyone. It's not about how much invention you do. It's about how much belief you have on the invention. Meaning, in this case, actually, Google probably might have did the research and they invented a concept of transformer architecture, but they did not believe much, it seems. Then Google, OpenAI company believed much of this concept and they introduced a concept called ChatGPT. Anyway, we are not going into the ChatGPT. This is the document of PDF having 15 pages. If I want to get this PDF document into my Word, normally what we do, we'll do Control plus A, Control plus C. We will go to the Word document. Let me open the Word document. Let me click. Let me click this. Do Control V. Is it in the form exactly how this document is? No, because you copy pasted as a plain text. So if I want to import this document as it is into my Microsoft Word, in fact, you need not to do anything. Many people think there is some add-in which we need to install and so on. Don't do anything. Just go to the File tab. I'm sure you will find an option called Open. Click Browse. I want to go to the location of the same folder. It is there in the PDFs folder. Attention is all you need PDF. Let me select. That means I am opening the PDF document into my Word document. Now my Word will get the entire content of the PDF. Have a look. Check it out. Let me click OK. As of now, it's in the view mode. If you want in the edit mode, you can do that. Allow editing. I can just click here, allow editing. Then you can do whatever the editing you want. If you look into this document, this is exactly the same thing what is there in the PDF. Check it out. Check here, including even the formulas of mathematics or statistical, everything it has taken actually. Now I can simply, because it's a PDF document, right? I want to save this document as DOCX. Let's go into the same folder. Attention, all you need. So the first essential is just by using Control plus O shortcut, you can open the PDF document into the Word document and you will get it automatically. For example, if your PDF is having image, that image will automatically come into your Word document. However, if the image is readable by the Word document, you will get the image data into the Word document. Don't worry, that I'll cover as another topic. This is the first one. Let's look into the other one. Extract all images from the PDF. For example, let me take this particular folder. I've taken this entire data today, whatever the PDF file which I'm opening in the live session, all these PDF files are public data, meaning you can go to Google and you can download. I've taken a company called Infosys annual report. I have downloaded from the Infosys website. Let me open this Infosys. This is almost like 360 page document. Now, if you go down, this is the annual report, including financial statements, and a lot of things are there. I don't want to look into this. I want to extract all the images from this particular PDF. What you need to do, don't worry. If you are the Office 365 user, let me go to my Google. Let me search for Power Automate. Otherwise, what I'll do, I've already saved that in the bookmark. Let's go to the bookmark and I want to see the bookmark with respect to the Power Automate. Let me click this. For all the people who are having this license, the following Office 365 licenses include Power Automate capabilities. That means I'm going to talk about Power Automate now. What is Power Automate? It is a RPA. It is a small robotic process automation. You can automate your regular process, whatever you do at your regular work. Otherwise, Power Automate, you have to pay for the license per user or per flow. But whoever having Office 365, any of these people, and that is part of your Office 365. So that's part of your Office 365. you can download the desktop version of Power Automate. And this is having all the standard, the plugins connections. Now what I'll be doing, I can just go to my start. I can go to Power Automate. You need not to do anything. Just go to the Microsoft website, download Power Automate. This is the desktop version of Power Automate. This is looking like this. Since mine is a free version, if I want to have more connections, I can go to the premium. As of now, it's not required for me. Mine is actually a firm account, meaning as an organization, I have taken the Office 365. That's fine. If you go to home, you will be finding all the important aspects of Power Automate, how to work and so on. If you go to My Flows, whatever the flows you record, all the flows you can find here, shared with me. Whoever, let's say your colleague has created one flow, he want to share with you, you'll be finding all those items here. It's like OneDrive sharing, Dropbox sharing, and so on. Along with that, Power Automate has given so many templates for us. That means you need not to create from the scratch. They have already built it for you. You just need to directly use it. For example, if I want, there are n number of items are there. Excel automation related, there are 5 templates. Web automation related, there are 3 templates. Desktop automation, there are 11 templates. Date and time related, there are 6 templates and so on. You need not to do much of this. Let me directly go into the PDF automation. In the PDF automation, they have given so many flows. Create PDF from the selected PDF page, or get images from PDF. This is what I'm going to talk now. Merge 2 PDF documents. Normally, whenever we want to combine 2 PDF documents together, if you have a Adobe Acrobat Pro, then you can do it very easily. But if you have only reader access, then we go to websites like I Love PDF, Small PDF, and so on. But remember all the time, when you are going into the third-party websites, is it not meaning that you are uploading your organization data or maybe your client data into the third-party website? Absolutely. So to overcome that particular problem, you can use any of these flows. These flows includes, you can split the PDF into 2 parts. Exactly, you can split the PDF into half. You can split the PDF by specific page number. You can merge 2 PDF documents together and so on. But these all are very simple options, but I want to cover little advanced out of it. I want to get images from the PDF. Now, if you want to click edit, you can see how they built this flow. What are the actions involved? Though today's session is not focused towards Power Automate, but very quickly, I'm going to give it to you. In fact, we do a lot of assignments with respect to the Power Automate, automating the organization tasks. See, this is the custom form. That means whenever I run this Power Automate, it automatically trigger a form asking me to select the PDF. Then if nothing is there, if I click a cancel, then nothing will happen. If at all I select any of the file, then it's going to extract the images and I have to store into the folder all the PDFs. So this is a very simple flow. In the Power Automate, you have n number of actions. For example, let me search with respect to Excel, what actions I can do. These are all of the actions with respect to the Excel you can find and so on. So I request all of you, you can at least start spending little time learning about Power Automate, because if you can start automating small tasks. Tomorrow, a task where you need to complete, let's say every day morning at 10 a.m. once you go to office. But the task is having all the logical steps. Don't worry. Without even you being present at your office, you can start creating a flow here. And once you run the flow, every day morning at 10 a.m. exactly, the flow will run. It itself will take the data from maybe ERPs or Excel, or maybe it reads the folder. It does the work for you, and it's going to circulate in the emails. That much great work you can do. I'm not going much deeper into this. I just want to run it. Now get images from PDF. Now let me run this. When I click run, it will ask me, Sharon, could you please select the PDF? Don't worry. I'll just go here. I'll go to the same folder where my folder of PDFs is available. Let's go to Infosys. Let me select this PDF and I can simply click extract. Once I click extract, it is asking me select the folder to save the extracted images. I don't want to go anywhere. In fact, I want to go into the same location where my PDFs are there. Let's go to the Dropbox. If I'm not wrong, in the Dropbox, it is in 1 second. There are no favorites here. Okay, no problem. It should be into the products, Excelism, Thursday for technology. In that, let me go a little down. 11th one in that Infosys. Let me click OK. Now, don't worry, it's running the flow. Now, once I go into this particular folder, wow, it has just created all the images, just extracted all the images from this PDF. Okay. In fact, I don't want, if you don't want any of this, you can delete it. Whatever the images which are required for you, you can just use it, whatever you want. Now, can we do the same for another TCS? There is a TCS annual report, which is almost having the pages of 420. Let us see whether it can capture the PDF images from this PDF document. Now it is into the back, this symbol, that means earlier flow was over. Now let me run. Don't worry. What I'm going to do, I will open this PDF, this particular file explorer just besides here, so that you can see if at all any images created easily here. Okay. Now let's go here. Let me go into this path, Control C. I will just go paste here. Now I can simply select this. Let me click extract. It's going to ask me where you want to store this. Ideally, it should have all the, okay, don't worry. So I think I should have on the desktop. Okay, no, let me go to my Dropbox very quickly. Let me go to my products, then in that Excelism, in that Thursday for technology, in that, let's go to this PDFs, in that TCS, right? Now it's running. You can see all the images are getting added. Whatever the images it identified, because every PDF is having its own schema. The schema will decide whether it is an image or whether it is a table or whether it is a text and so on. If you observe right side, all the images it is capturing. Now it is running all 400 and odd pages. It start giving you all the images. Check it out. You can see this number 20 as of now. It will just keep on grow. 22. Let's see. Because you can still find the symbol as if it is running. So I don't want to disturb. If you want to stop anywhere in between, you can click here. Yeah, it's done. See how many images it has created. It has extracted 1 or 3 images from the TCS annual return. Now just wanted to see these images in a little bigger shape. I can put large icon. You can see maybe the director names, maybe the industry in which they are working, and so on. Okay. So this is the one, you can easily do it by just going and extracting images from the PDF using one of the flow called get images from PDF. I'm sure you all may be finding this very interesting, because there may be situations tomorrow where you may like one of the images from the PDF, but you are not sure how to extract it. Okay, this is one of the way you can do that. Now let's go into the next one. Extract all tables from the PDF. This will be more interesting for all of us, obviously. If you look into this Infosys annual report, every time, let's say I want to do some analysis with respect to the financial statements, right? I want to do some analysis with respect to the depreciation, current assets. So instead of me copying this data, for example, I want to take this data of P&L, instead of me copying this data, opening an Excel file, Control N, doing Control V, instead of doing this, it's not coming into the proper format. What I can do, I can ask Power Automate to extract all the tables from the PDF. Don't worry, just close it. Now, what I'm going to do, I will go here. There is immediately one more item here, extract tables from PDF. You can find the text here. Although PDF format is typical for sharing content, directly manipulating tables, inside it can be overwhelming. Power Automate enables user to extract tables from the PDF files and store them in other file types such as Excel and so on. Okay, so you can just click this. You can see the flow, what they have written. It's as if like earlier one, but now they may be taking an action of extracting the table than extracting the image. Don't worry, it is just trying to open in the edit form of the flow, right? So it is going to display you a message where you need to select the data. If it is cancelled, nothing will happen. Then it's going to extract the table. The tables will get stored in the list format. Then it is launching the Excel. Then it is setting a variable and it is doing a loop to this variable and it is renaming the Excel sheet. Starts with sheet 1. Then the entire loop follows and it is increased by 1, it is going to add the new Excel worksheet. Second table, it's going to keep it into the second worksheet. Third table, it's going to keep it into the third worksheet. Once everything is done, it ends. This is the simple flow. Now what I'll be doing, let's not look into the recipe of it. Let's taste it. Okay, so let me click this. I want to take now the PDF of, let's take the same PDF of Infosys. I know it takes a little time because it has to go through each and every page of the Infosys annual report. It should open Microsoft Excel. First table, it has to copy, paste into the first sheet of Excel. Then it has to insert the second sheet, then go to the PDF, copy the second table, and so on. Obviously, it takes little time, but please have a patience. Now let me click extract. In this case, actually, it's not asking me where to save because it is just launching a new Excel workbook and it's going to add everything. There is no save action anywhere. So don't worry. Once the work is over, it's going to say open one Excel workbook with all the tables. Let us wait for 2 minutes. I know it will take 2 minutes, certainly. It seems it is still running. We will wait for maybe 1 more minute. I know because it's almost like 300 plus pages. You should have little patience. I appreciate your patience. Let it run, not a problem. Yes, it is done. Now it is just copied and started pasting. It stored all the tables at the backend. I hope you can see now how quickly it is pasting. See the future of robotic process automation. So it's not a human just to go next step, insert, copy, paste. It's a computer. It's a software. It just do it in a minute, hundreds of times. Let it play, let it store. I'm not even sure how many tables are there. I did not try this. Yeah, Mr. Pradeep, I got a question in the chat box. Please repeat the steps. Pradeep, don't worry. Even if you find it a little faster, this session is getting recorded. So immediately after the live, this is there in the YouTube, the same channel. You can go to the live section of the YouTube channel and you can watch it. As it is a 1 hour session, I want to cover 10 topics. I'm just going with a flow. I hope you understand, Mr. Pradeep. In fact, till now, I did not use great steps. In the first concept, I used Control+O shortcut to open PDF into the Word document. In the second case, I went into the Power Automate desktop version. You can download it for free. If you are an Office 365 user, you can log in with your Office 365 account. Go to the examples. Examples are nothing but the templates. Then in the templates, select the PDF automation. In that, I applied just now extracting images. Just click a run button. You need to give the PDF and you have to give the folder where your images has to be stored. In this case, I have selected the PDF from where I want to extract the tables. And next one, it is automatically doing. In fact, I have not given any option to save this file. It's just opening, it is launching in Excel, and it is copy pasting the data. That's all. How beautiful this is. Now you can go to any table, wherever you table feel important, or you want to replicate, or you want to compare. Instead, going into the boring PDF document, copying it, pasting it, that will not come into the proper format, what you feel. There's one more question. In the meanwhile, let me read it. Sir, could you please tell us how to merge different workbooks into one workbook? Sharon, I appreciate your question. This session is about the PDFs, Sharon. However, today I'm going to cover about one concept, how to merge the PDF tables. You can use the same concept and you can start doing the same using the Power Query. In fact, today morning itself, I started one batch on the consolidation of multiple data sets using Microsoft Excel and Power Query. Maybe you can join into the next batch. Otherwise, I will also start keeping these type of videos in the channel soon. But don't worry, today you can learn that one also. When I talk about the PDF, you can exactly do the same thing for the Microsoft Word Excel also. It is still copying and pasting without doing anything from my end. Human can have a tiredness, but system cannot. More than, see, it need not to be all the tables every time, because when it comes to the PDF, when it comes to the schema, this particular flow identified in the PDF, these all are the tables. Some of the things you may feel this is not a table, Sharon, but why it has captured? It's not what it appears. It is what it is there at the back end in the schema. Okay, I think we are nearby. Maybe. If you want to try, you can try with RBI released annual report just 2-3 days back. You can try exporting the data from the RBI report and maybe some of the tables relevant for you. Without subscription to Office 365, can we do this automation? You can go and try now. You can subscribe for try now of Power Automate. I think they give for 30 days, if I'm not wrong. Then you can build your flow. You can have your, it's already there in the template. So you can use it. Yes, possible. See what I can do. I just want to stop now. Just stop. It just stop wherever it is, because it is sufficient. Okay. We understood the concept, so it is sufficient. I am forcibly stopping this. Now 1098 sheets it has given me. Check it out. And if you look into the sheets, okay, first let me save it because the data is used. Sometimes it may stuck up. Now let's go to the in PDF Infosys tables of Infosys annual report. Wonderful. Let it save. Let's go to the previous step. I'm sure you can go to the document. Maybe this is something, a proper table it has taken. Okay, it may be the employees retention rate and so on. This is about in another table with respect to the total permanent employees in the organization. 3,14,000 employees are there. Male are 1,89,000 and so on. See, I have used for annual report of Infosys. You can use the same thing for any type of data. Okay, so let me save it, close it. Let's go to my folder. Let's open the topics. I hope you all understood how I extracted. Now the Power Automate is done. Let me close this. Now append all the tables of PDF. What is the meaning of it? Don't worry. Okay, let me close this. Excel not required, this window. Okay, so if I go into this PDFs folder, if I go into the central statutory auditors list, there is one PDF file called SCA list for financial year 22-23. Let me open this. You will understand what exactly this document is. Names of the audit firms approved for appointment as central statutory auditors, statutory central auditors of private sector banks, foreign banks, small finance banks, payments bank and local area banks for financial year 22-23. This is also public document. Don't think that I have taken somewhere. Okay, this is available in the RBI website. If you look into this particular document, this is not just having one single page. It is having so many pages. It is having so many pages, right? Now, what I want is, I want this document data into my Excel. Just do Control+A, right? Now you can go to the Excel, open a new Excel workbook, Control+V. Oh my God, there is a problem. Otherwise, you can even go to paste special, paste as a text. Still the same problem is there. So otherwise, if you want, you can go to the Word document. Do you think it works in the Word document? Do you think it works in the Word document? No. I'll do Control+V. It has copy pasted, but I may not append this data. I may not do real work on this, because when it is Excel, probably I can do some transformation with respect to the firm name, for which reason it belongs to, what is the year for which they are doing the audit and so on. So I don't want to do this in Word document, but in Excel itself, I want to do it. Everyone please concentrate. Let us all we all should appreciate the concept and ETL engine of Microsoft Excel called Power Query. If you are using 2010 or 2013 version, you can download the Power Query add-in by going into the Microsoft website. If you are using 2016 or above version, it is part of your Excel. You need not to do anything. If you can go to your Excel data tab, get data, it is an ETL tool. The meaning, you can extract the data from any source. You can do the transformation in whatever the shape you want, and you can load the data back into the Microsoft Excel. Okay. So in fact, this is exactly the course which I have started today morning, 6 to 7:30, where I cover about different cases of appending the data, different Excel workbooks, different PDF files, different text files, and so on. However, some of the things I will even keep it into the YouTube, don't worry. In this, I want to get the file PDF. Let me select this option called PDF because I want to take the data from the PDF. Now, what is my job? Tables are there, but I want to append all the tables. Let's go into the folder of PDFs. In this Central Statute Auditors list, let me take 20 to 23, double click. Now it is trying to understand in each page whether any tables are there or not. This is a icon. This icon is with respect to the table. This icon is with respect to the page. That means the same information may be there in the page, but also be there in the table. Okay. While I do the appending work, I should ignore either the page or the table based on my requirement. If tables are not there, you will only find the pages. Now let me select this folder. I want to click transform data so that it will take me to the new window of the Microsoft Excel called Power Query Editor. This is the place where I'm going to do the transformation job. If you are new to the Power Query, I request all of you, please go back to my Thursday for Technology series playlist. Last week, I have explained in 1 hour, 15 minutes about the Power Query concept. At least the basics you can get from there. If you are already having experience, you can follow these steps. Now, what I want is, I want only the tables because this is a duplicate data. Let me filter for table. Except data, I don't want anything. So right click, remove other columns. The best part of the Power Query, you know what? It's going to give you all the steps, what you do. If you observe here, I've taken the source, then I filtered the data, then I removed the other columns. Now this symbol is to expand. I want to expand each table. Now there are 8 pages are there. Each page is having 1 table. But I want to append. So let me expand all these tables. Load more so that all the columns you can find it. Let me click OK. Now it has expanded all the tables from all the pages of this particular PDF. Now I want to promote the first row as a header. Click it. This is the transformation step I have used. Promote headers. If you want, you can do a lot of transformation on this data. As I again mentioned, this session is not on the Power Query. I'm just restricting myself here. Now, I have done 2 activities in the Power Query. Using Microsoft Excel Power Query, I extracted the PDF data. I did a couple of transformation steps here. Now I have to load this data back into the Microsoft Excel. So you can just click and load to. If you use this option, close and load, then automatically this data will go and sit into your Microsoft Excel. If you use close and load to, then it is going to give you so many options. Now, Sharon, do you want to get this data into the table? Or do you want to get the data into the pivot table or pivot chart or only create as a connection? In the new Excel worksheet, I want this data to be pasted. In fact, I did the query was not found. What happened? Okay, I think this is there in the other Excel. I'm sorry. 1 second. I think I have taken here. There is a query, is it? Yes, there is a query. The download failed. 1 second. So now I have to close and load. This data will come and sit here. Download failed. Why? Okay, it's still loading, is it? Let me double click this. Some issue was there. Please wait for a minute. Yeah, everything is fine. Let me refresh if at all required. I can refresh it. Everything is fine, right? Now I can just close and load. This data will get load. I don't know what happened. Let me close this without saving, because actually I'm trying to load this in the other Excel workbook. It's having an issue. Let me create only as a connection now. You will not have any issue now. Let me right click here, load to. I want to get back again to the same table. Click OK. Now the entire data you can get here. Now let me close this query. This is in the table of format. It has given everything properly one below other. If you don't want these colors, because it's a table, it has given a style. If you don't want any style, just click the first one. It is looking like a very plain document with a range, right? So let me save this. This is the SCA list for financial year 20 to 23. So let me go into the same folder of PDF, SCA list. Okay. Otherwise, let me keep outside. Not a problem. Not a problem. This is the way you can append all the tables of your PDF into one single Excel sheet. Let me save it and close it. Now let me open the topics. I thought of covering 10. The time is already 45 minutes over. Don't worry, I can take extra 2-3 minutes, 10-15 minutes if required. Append all tables of all PDFs. This is a little peculiar and interesting. Please have a look. Every year, RBI releases same type of data, right? The format is also same. For example, if you look into the 21-22, this is also exactly into the same format. If you look into the 22-23, this is also exactly into the same format, right? Now, what I want is, I want both the PDFs data should be appended one below other. In a real-time scenario, that can be even 20 PDFs, 30 PDFs, even it can be 100 PDFs. Okay, how you can do this? Very important, please have a look. Today is everything around PDF. Let me open a new Excel workbook. Let's go to the data. This time, I want to get the data from the folder. Mr. Pradeep, whoever asked the question, or someone, Saran, if I want to consolidate more than one Excel workbook, how we can do it? Exactly the way what I'm doing now. Let's go to SEL list. I want to select this folder. Let me click OK. Open. Now what Power Query does, it is trying to read all the files in that particular folder. Not a problem. Let me click transform data. Once I click transform data, I don't want now any other data column. Okay, since it's not Power Query, I'm not explaining too much into what parameters it takes, what are the attributes for each file it consider and so on. I just want this column and this column, right click, remove all of the columns because those columns are not required. This first column is having the name of the file because I have to understand once I append both the PDFs data one below other, which data is belongs to which PDF. Very good. This is a binary file. You can find the binary here. Now what I want is from this binary file, I want to extract the tables. So I have to write a function. I have to use a custom function here. I want to add a column, go to the custom column. I can just put here extract is the title of the new column. What function I want to write, PDF dot tables. There is a function. 1 second. PDF dot tables, there is a function. Do you know what is an argument it is looking for? Sharon, give the binary file which is as a PDF. The friend whoever asked the question, if I want to combine all the Excel workbooks, then what is the function you're going to write? Excel dot workbook. Just write this function. Now, in this function also, the argument, you know what? Workbook as a binary. Now you cannot take content. Why? Because the content is having a binary, but it is a PDF binary. So in this case, I want to use a function pdf.tables, pdf.tables. I want to take binary, that is nothing but the content column, close bracket. This is the only function where there is a difference. If you want to take the workbooks, you can take excel.workbook function. Because I'm taking from the pdf.tables function. Now let me click OK. Now what it does, for each binary file, it is extracting these many parameters. What are the page numbers? What are the name? What is the kind? What is the data inside? Now I don't want this content column. Let me right click and remove. I want to extract this data, right? Now load more. Click OK. It has extracted everything. Do you remember? In the previous case study, this is the place where we were when we imported one PDF document. But before this step, now I am doing all these steps. Now here what I want to filter only the tables, but not the pages. I don't want anything except this column and the data column. Let me remove all of the columns. Now I want to, now each page is having a table. Each page is having a table. Now 21, 22 is having 8 pages. Now it started 22, 23. Wonderful. Now I want to expand this. Now let me click OK. If you observe carefully, financial year 21, 22 below, financial year 22, 23 appeared. Let me go a little down. Let me go a little down. Yes, you can find here. Now what I want is, I don't want any filters. So I don't want any serial number. Headers are not required. Let me remove the serial number. Then I can simply put this as a year it belongs to. Let me rename this as a serial number. Let me rename this as a bank name. Let me rename this as a firm name. Let me rename this as, okay, term, year. Okay, this column is almost blank, all a blank. I don't want anything. Let me right click and remove these columns. Now I can simply home tab, close and load. So that now both the PDFs data I got one below other. Check it out. If you filter, this is 2021-22 data and this is 2022-23 data. Now, what is the thing I'm going to do here? You will get to know the power of the Power Query now. Now, let me, if I can keep 2021 data here, I'll come back to my Excel. I'll go to the data. If I can refresh, it automatically takes 2021 data. It is going to append that one also below these two files are based on the sorting order. Okay, that is the power of the Power Query. Okay, let me save this and close it. Let me keep the name of this as SCL list for all years. Wonderful, right? This is the way where you can append all the tables of all the PDF. All the very important items are covered. Remaining will not take much of the time. However, most important. Let's look into the sixth one. In the PDF document, how you can affect the DSC. If you are a finance professional or if you are a authority at your organization, maybe to file some of the statutory documents with the regulators, you may need to use digital signature certificates. So how you can affix the PDF? To affix the digital signature certificate, you need not to have the pro version. Even the Acrobat reader is fine. Now what I'm going to do, I will probably take one sample file on the desktop. Okay, there is no other file. Don't worry. Let me take one sample Excel. I will take this itself. Let me copy this and let me paste in the same PDFs outside with DSC. Okay, let me open this. If you look here, these are all the shortcuts basically. If you want to go to the tools, you can go to the tools. These all are the tools. You can click show more. These many things you can do with respect to the PDF. However, whatever you click, generally, if you want to click add, then it will take me to the browser to subscribe for the pro version. Okay. Otherwise, some of the things where it is, you need not to have a pro version. One of the things for that is nothing but the certificates. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll just click the open. Once I click open, it will select this certificate. Now I want to have a certificate here. So what I'll be doing, I will just give 1 second. Yeah, digitally sign. I can just keep my certificate here. Now, I inserted a digital DSC in my laptop. Okay, then only obviously it is going to recognize that. Now, what happened? It has recognized my DSC, Saran Kumar Uppalapati. Let me click continue. Let me sign. Make sure that you give the correct password. Yeah, it is going to ask you to save it before it is affixing the DSC. Let me click S. It is asking for the password. Enter the correct password. I have entered the correct password. It's done. Right? Let me do it again for all of you. And also let me tell you, if you remove the DSC, you cannot clear this signature. But if you want to clear the signature, you must need to keep the DSC back. Now, since the DSC already there, I can just click here, clear signature. Right? Now, if I want to digitally sign, I can simply click this, continue, sign. It's asking me to select it, save the document, save this document, click yes. It is asking me for the password. Yeah, since already I kept it, it's done. Right? One more option is there. Let me show you. Select this. Let's go to the continue. Lock the document after signing. Once you lock, you cannot revoke it. Right? So let's save it. Yes. Right? Now, even if you click right, even if you do right click here, you are having only option of validate signature. Earlier, clear signature. Even now in my laptop, DSC has been fixed. DSC has been inserted, but still I'm not getting a clear signature because I used an option lock. This is a valid signature. There is a proper document date and so on, right? Let me tell you the steps again. Go to the tools, collect the certificates, make sure that your DSC is there enabled in your laptop. Once you select it, give the password, save it, done. Right? Let me save this document and close this. This is with respect to affixing DSC on the PDF document. Extract text from image using PDF word method. I'm sure you all will enjoy this. This is very important. You may be finding at your day-to-day office because suddenly your client may give you a bank statement in a hard copy format. Though you ask him, even the PDF, he say, no, Sharon, it's not there. Then what do? You will give the same to your staff and probably they'll start keying the data into their system. But if you observe carefully, I can do it by just using a word method. Everyone concentrate. Now let me go here. I kept here 2 images for you. One image is data. There is a image data like this. This is what actually my course syllabus. So this I have taken as an image. Now if I want to read this image through OCR, I should read it, but it is normally not possible. How you can read this data? Very difficult, right? Now follow this process. Open the Word document. Click the blank document. I want to insert that image in my Word document. Very important thing I'm covering. Now let me go to my folder. Let me select sample data. Let me double click. My image appeared. How you can convert this into the text? This is a picture. It's not possible. Now what I need to do, don't worry, follow these steps. Follow these steps. Let me save this document as PDF. Where don't worry. I want to save this as, what is the name of this? Sample data, right? Yeah, let's save this as a sample data PDF. Save it. Wonderful. Now you can close this without saving. Now you go back and check it out. How is your PDF document? In the PDF document, this is an image. You cannot read using the Excel also. If you want to try, you can try it. You may be thinking, okay, how Sharon has shown earlier, I can get the data from the file. That's the PDF file. Let me select the PDF file. Yeah, let me select the sample data. You will be finding only one page with no data. See, check it out, page 001. This table is empty. If there is a table it identify, it's going to give you table number here. So this cannot be solved by importing the data using your Power Query. But now don't worry. Let's open the Word document. It's a trick in the Word. Let me open this. Now Control+O, browse. This is like first functionality which I have covered. I can open my PDF using Control+O, sample data. Now, though it is an image, it captured the image properly as a text. Now you can copy it and you can paste it wherever you want. Now let me paste here. Wow. Earlier, to get the data into the Excel, it was not possible. When you are trying to import using the Power Query, it said tables are not there. But I easily get the data. Right? Now, if you want to allow for editing, you can do that. Let me click allow editing. Then let me save this file. Let me do Control S, F12, and there's a sample data of the PDF. See, I hope you all understood. I went into a flow. I've taken the image, inserted into the Word document. I saved it as a PDF file. Now I opened that PDF file in the Word document. I got it. Okay. So this is a simple way. Images you can easily read. Then once you get into the Word, you can take into the Excel. Is very simple. Copy, paste. Now, let's go into the other data. Now, for example, this is the data. Generally, we get it into the tabular form. That can be, sorry, not this one. Let's look into the sales data. Generally, this type of data, we can find it when it is a PDF document or when you have to take a snap of it. Maybe you are reading some annual report of one of the company, then you found one page is very interesting. Then you can take a snap of it and you can get into the Word document and you can start using it. Okay. And however, let me show you one more important thing. Not only the PDF option, the Power Query it is also having an image option. Very recently, they introduced just 1 year back. You can even get from the image. Let us see how it is taking this entire data. Now I want to take the same data what I have taken earlier. Let's go into this PDF. This is the data I have taken, right? Let us see whether it read properly through OCR or not. Data from the picture, it's trying to apply the OCR. Now, if I click insert, let us see what it is doing. Insert anyway. Oh my God. It kept everything one below. It kept everything into one single cell without having any formatting, without having any bullets, nothing. Okay, this is the problem. However, you have a functionality of importing the image in the Excel, but that is not that effective than how I have covered. Right? Now, For example, if this type of tabular data is there, this type of tabular data is there, let us see whether it can still work in the better way. What are the steps now? You can tell me in the chat box. I can just go to the Word document. I can go to the Word document. Now insert the image which you want to convert into the text in this device. I want to go here. Let's take this image. This is an image. Okay, it's not a table. Now let me save this as, let's go into the same folder. Let me take it as a sample sales data, but I want to save it as a PDF. Let me select the PDF. Save. Let me close this without saving. Let us see whether the PDF is exactly having the same image. Let me open this file. This is an image. You cannot select this. This is an image. Very difficult for you to get into the Excel format. Now what I need to do, again, go back to the Word document. Please bear with me for another 10-15 minutes. Go to the blank document, then Ctrl+O, browse. I want to take now the same file what I just now saved, sample sales data. Wonderful. Wonderful. This is a tabular format. Ctrl+C. Just go back to your Excel. Let me open a blank Excel. Ctrl+V. Wow. Because I directly copy pasted. Otherwise, paste special as the text. So it has properly given you with the comma and everything. Okay, without having any format, it pasted. Earlier with the source theme it has taken, so it has not given a proper formatting, right? Very simple way. Now let me close this without saving, but let me save this Word document for you. Let me save this document for you for practice. And for all of you, whatever the work which I'm doing now, it's already the link of Dropbox already shared in the description of this live. Okay, so you can go back to this folder later, download all the files. None of the file is actually having a lot of sensitive information, so you can download. You are free to download any file. Now let's go into the things. I've covered this, right? Now this is extract text from the image. This is not great option than the Word, but you can still try in the Google Drive. For example, let's go to Google. Let me tell you again, extract text from image, Google Drive method. Just now I have covered the Word method. Now this is a Google Drive method. Whoever, I'm sure everyone is having Gmail account, Google account. You can go to the Google Drive. Let me go to the recent. I already uploaded those two image files here. Sample data. This sample data, let me open. You can find the same screenshot of my course syllabus. Don't do anything. Just right click. Sample data, right click. Open with Docs. Now it will open into the Google document along with the image. Below it's going to give you the OCR of it. This is the image above what you are finding. At the below you can find, see, this is the image, and below the image you can find the OCR of it. So exactly it has taken everything into the text format. Now I can simply copy this and paste wherever I want. But this is okay for the regular text. But when you are trying to take this type of data, let me open this. This is a tabular form data, right? I expect this should come in a proper table format, but this is having little issue. So don't worry. Let me right click, open with Google Docs. Here also it's going to extract correct information only, but it will not give you into the format what you're looking for. It will just give everything one below other. This may not be really having a lot of value addition for us. However, you can just understand this is also one of the trick through which you can read your picture data. That can be maybe the scanned copy or maybe something you got as a hard copy or taken a snap of it and so on. But using the Google Drive, you can just convert into the proper text. But in case of tables, Word is the best way to get it. Okay, let me close my Google Drive also. Let's go into the next one. Convert all images into single PDF. Yeah, this is sometimes, in fact, I added this because recently one of the friend, the chartered accountant, asked me this question. He said, Sharon, I'm having 350 images where we have taken a snap of it. They generally go to one particular place, their salespeople, they take a snap of it, and there are 360 images are there. Then what do you want? I want all these 360 images should be into one PDF, one below other, or whatever the shape it is. Normally what we do, we get everything into the Word document, we import everything together, then we properly arrange it, then we try to convert the same thing into the PDF. But now you can understand how easily I can do it. Let's go to the TCS. TCS images are so many, right? Now what I want is, I want to select everything. Control plus A is the shortcut. I don't want this PDF. So you can hold Control key and click this. Now you do one thing, right click. You will not find an option called print here. Don't worry. Show more options. Then you'll find an option called print. Click this. Selected all the images which are required for us. Then right click, print. Now here, it can be you can select whatever the page size you want. It is by default, I'm going to print to the PDF. Now what I want is, I want to keep 4 images in every page. See, in the regular scenario, it may be correct files. Here, it may not be correct files, but whatever the files, whatever the images which I kept it, but let it be, not a problem. Now, what I simply do, I'll simply click print. Now, I want to take here in the TCS PDF of all images. Save it. Now it is saving as a PDF document by taking all these images, arranging 4 images properly into each page. Don't worry, once it is done, let me open this PDF file, PDF of all images. Once it is done, I can open it, but in the meanwhile, let it do. It is printing the page number 9. Yes, it is done. Now let me double click PDF of all images. This is very important, especially I used to use it when I do a forensic audit, especially fixed asset verification. We take the snap of all the fixed assets. Later, keeping everything into a proper shape is very difficult, but this is the simple way through which you can do it. Okay. Now, last but not the least, approved status stamp in the PDF. This is like same like earlier, but don't worry. Let me take this PDF. Now, if you go to the tools, there is an option called stamp. I can just open this. This is also free. You need not to have any pro access for this. I want to have a stamp. I want to have a stamp called approved. I can just keep my name as CS, or else you can just keep it as whatever the name it is, CA Sharan Kumar. I'm the CEO of the company called the Excelism, and email ID is saran@saran.com. This is the wrong email ID. Don't take it. Okay, just click complete. You fix wherever you want. Fix here. It's done. Okay, so that next time whoever the person visiting this, he may feel that this is the one is approved document. Okay, you can just save this document because I did little modification. You can just make this as approved. Okay, close it. Now I could see a couple of questions. I think most of the questions I can answer. Let me read out the questions one after other very quickly. I think, could you please tell us how to merge different workbooks? I think, Sharan, I've covered PDF.tables. Instead of PDF.tables, you can take Excel.workbook. The remaining procedure is exactly the same. And without subscription to 365 can do this automation. Yes, as per my knowledge, Power Automation, you can download it in the desktop version. Maybe if you want to use the premium connections, then you need to pay some payment. Can we use Power Automate? I think that question is answered. CA Teja Jain, yes, Power Automate desktop can be used without. Okay, very good. So can it extract the tables on specific pages instead of all the tables? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Probably I can take you to the Power Automate, right? Just give me 1 minute. I'll tell you exactly where it is. I can just go here. I can go to edit. Otherwise, you can easily understand in the flow. Okay, let me create it. Let me edit this flow. Yeah, that is possible. I'm just trying to tell you it is possible, but I'll just tell you where it is possible. I'll just tell you where it is possible. Let me search for PDF. I want to extract tables from the PDF, right? In this, by default, all. Whenever your flow is having a single page, you can give the page number. Otherwise, even you can give a page range from this page to this page. Whenever you have this type of parameters or variables, you can keep it, then that is possible, my friend. There's one more question. Sharon, can I join to the batch? Yeah, you can ping me. You can just message me to the, I think in the description, there are many WhatsApp groups. You can just join there. You will find the information. I'll discuss that offline. Can we download automatically one by one in Power Automation? Yes, that's possible. Example, challans in e-filing website and so on. Yes. Okay, but the connector has to be there. I think I've answered almost all the questions, not much of the questions. That's all for today's session about PDF Toolbox. 10 things we covered. I'm sure at least I feel 80% of the things what I covered, you may not aware. If you already aware it, it's good. It can be a good revision. Thank you so much for all your time. And this session is being recorded already. Every Thursday evening, 5 to 6, I take Thursday for Technology series. Make sure to subscribe this channel and make sure that your friends and colleagues also be part of this. Thank you so much.